Hello, everyone. Alright, so we're going to be doing Hildryn Prime. We're going to do the breakdown. I'll also give you a quick rundown on how to acquire Hildryn. So the main blueprint, I'm not entirely sure, but the pieces and the material that you need, because there is a boss on the Orb Valis that you get a bounty from Fortuna to go kill. It is called the Exploiter Orb. The Exploiter Orb drops all three of the component pieces, the neuroptics, the systems, and the chassis for Hildryn. And you fight the Exploiter Orb in the Orb Valis after picking up the bounty. Also, you need a item that the Explorer Orb drops to make Hildryn. Each component requires one of the big orbs that creature drops. So that's how you get Hildryn. Now we'll hop into these abilities. I think. Yeah, I didn't change anything. Cool. Hildryn's full shield gate is high. After her shields are depleted, she is invulnerable for up to 3.5 seconds. So, big long shield gate. Balefire, so this is an exalted weapon. Charge and launch devastating bolts of electricity, explosion radius, damage, drain per shot on her shields, drain in general from having it on or activated, I believe. So Hildryn is very unique that she uses her shields as her energy. She does not have any energy. Pillage. Pillage a percentage of shields and armor of nearby enemies to replenish Hildryn's own shields. And overshields also removes status effects from Hildryn and her allies. Radius 18 meters, duration 2.5 seconds. I feel like negative duration would help pillage, but it wouldn't help Aegis Storm. So it's a little messy, but it's okay. Haven, create a shield aura around allies. Enemies that approach shielded allies will take damage. Drain per ally, drain per enemy. Radius, shield capacity, shield recharge. Okay, so it gives them the shield and then it'll speed up their shield recharge. And then damage per second, so that's on the enemies. Not a whole lot of damage. Helps replenish your allies' shields, but it's very expensive. So if you want to put this on, you probably don't want to be in Aegis Storm. You probably don't want to have Balefire firing off. You're going to deplete your shields and probably go down. So just be careful with Haven. Aegis Storm. Take to the skies and rain Balefire rockets down on the enemy. Nearby enemies are blasted into the air where they will create an energy orb every few seconds. When shields run out, the enemies are smashed into the ground. So this consumes your shields every second. And it also drains based on how many enemies are around. Big radius to lift you up. It starts at 15 meters, but I have a lot of range. Additional damage for Balefire. While you're in here is an augment called Aegis Gale. So that's what those notes down at the very bottom are. So those are the abilities. I was not necessarily expecting Hildryn to be as effective as she was. She was one of my options for the Elite Temporal Archimedia, so I used her. Really good frame. I enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy the gameplay. Let's get into these tips. Overshields prevent health damage from status effects. Hildryn abilities consume shields instead of energy and equip her with mods that increase shield capacity and shield recharge. Hildryn's Balefire uses her shields to fire its shots. The longer you charge the attack, the more shields are consumed. Cast Pillage to replenish Hildryn's shields and overshields so that they can be used to cast her other abilities. Haven can be cast on friendly NPCs. The shield bars of Hildryn and allies affected by Haven have special visual effect that indicates when her passive is ready to be activated. Alright. Cast Haven while Hildryn is in Aegis Storm to grant allies its protective aura while on high. Hold jump to float up or crouch to float down while Hildryn is in Aegis Storm. Recast Aegis Storm to send Hildryn flying down into enemies, dealing damage upon impact. Aegis Storm drains Hildryn's shields over time. Watch her shields carefully and cast Pillage to refuel. Balefire's Charger can be separately modded in the arsenal, so Exalted Weapon. Increase Hildryn's movement speed while Aegis Storm is active by dodging, so you can kind of like fly through the air a little bit. So that's how you get Hildryn, and that's Hildryn's abilities. Um, if you're still here, Tuesday, Thursday evenings, Saturday, Sunday mornings, we are streaming. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.